guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Amiza and this is yet another Blend with me video. As you guys can see from the title and also the intro, today we are gonna be doing boba slash bubble tea theme. I don't list down my supplies in the intro to make way for this aesthetically pleasing intro, or at least in my opinion, but don't worry, I will mention each supply I use throughout this video. So to start off my April setup, I first write down the title for this cover page by using my standard fine liner. After that, by using the same fine liner, I went ahead and wrote down this mini calendar. After I am done with that, I took my Pentel brush sign pens in the color of grey, blue and pale brown to draw these tiny shapes, which I don't know what they are called. I guess it's trapezoid, maybe? But anyway, after I am done with that, by using my fine liner, I just outline these shapes to form these tiny bubble tea cups. I also added some details and of course the pearls or the boba. I decided to doodle the bubble tea with this simple 2-dimension line drawing style, but this is totally optional. If you like, you can also draw them with more details, and as you guys can see, I draw 2 styles of these bubble tea cups, but again, you can draw more style if you prefer. Once I've done drawing the boba drinks, I went ahead and draw some shadow for each drink. For the shadow, I used my Pentel sign brush pen in the color of light grey. To complete the whole decoration, I then went ahead and filled in the empty space in between these boba drinks with some details with my Tombow dual brush pen in code 993. You can leave the cover page as is, but I prefer to add more details just like how I showed to you guys here. I think at this point, this has been part of my signature design, and I think you've seen me do this in every of my previous Blend with me videos. I really like it because it kinda gives more details to otherwise very simple design. For the next page, this is my quote page. So for this quote page, I first draw this Polaroid at the center of the page. The size of this Polaroid is 9 × 10 grids. I draw this freehand because I personally like it more this way, but you can always use your ruler if you prefer. Next, after that's done, I draw another cups of boba drink in this Polaroid, and if you guys notice in this video, I did some mistake. Instead of using the grey blue shade of color that I used to draw the boba drink in the cover page, I mistakenly used this light grey pen, but I easily fixed that by just recoloring on top of it with the correct pen. I also draw this washi tape because I don't own a lot of washi, and almost all of my washi in my collection are boring and plain, but if you do have cute washi, you can also use them here. And of course, no quote page is complete without a quote. So for this quote page, I chose this quote that says, "Drown your troubles in bubbles." The next page is my monthly log page. Now for this monthly log, instead of drawing the usual 5 × 5 grid size of layout, I changed the size to 4 × 4 grids. That way my calendar view will be a bit smaller, but also I will have more room around this calendar for my notes, Instagram and YouTube sections. Once I've done drawing the calendar, I went ahead and used my Tombow dual brush pen in code N95 for the days. This is also the same code that I used to highlight my title in the cover page. I think I use more supply in this month's setup compared to what I usually use. Honestly, for some reason, I set a rule to my bullet journal that the maximum number of colors that can go into my bullet journal is 3, no more than that. But I sort of break my own rule this month. But since my chosen colors or accent colors for this month are mostly muted, and since the doodles are so tiny, I think I don't mind having more colors than I originally set for my bullet journal. So back to this video, as you guys can see, I draw this boba drink in a sense that it looks like it is at the back of the title. And after I am done with that, I went ahead and added the details to complete the whole decoration. Moving on to the next page, this is my habit tracker page. So for this tracker, as always, I first draw the box for the days and the dates, and after that, I went ahead and draw this bigger box where I will list down all of the habits that I wanted to track. So for this month's tracker, I am planning on filling in this tracker with the same colors that I used to draw the boba drinks, but at this moment I still haven't figured out how I'm going to alternate between these colors to fill in this tracker. Maybe I will alternate them vertically, I don't know yet, but once I figure that out, I will make sure to share it on my Instagram account. Also, as you guys can see from this video, I draw this grids design washi tape at the back of these boba drinks. The next page is my mood tracker page. So for this mood tracker, instead of writing the title at the top of the page, I decided to write it at the center of the page. Also for this mood tracker, I am using this boba stamp. I think it's very convenient and makes it easier for me. I don't have to draw all these boba drinks, so it really helps to save me some time. I've got this stamp set from Notebook Therapy, but I will include the link to their website in my description down below in case you guys are interested. The next page is my master to-do list. This is a new spread that I bring to my bullet journal this month. It will be a place where I will list down all the things that need to be done because April will be one of those busier months than others. So for this spread, I just write down the title and added a couple more of boba drinks, and I just leave it blank to make room for my tasks. The next page is half of my weekly spread. Since April starts with Thursday, I need to prepare 1.5 weekly spreads in this setup. So for this weekly, I just went and drew 4 boxes for the days. The size for these boxes is 13 × 8 grids. And to complement with the whole setup, I went ahead and doodled another set of boba drinks in vertical order. And as you guys can also see, I start off by drawing a line with my pencil. This line will act as my guide, as in where I want my boba drinks to be. It doesn't have to be precisely on the line, just make sure that your doodles will be around this line. And I also added the same detailing I did throughout this whole setup to complete the whole decoration. And once you've done, you will get this design that looks almost like washi tape design. The next and also the last spread I have for this month's setup is my weekly spread. So for this weekly spread, I did something a bit different from what I usually go for. I start off by drawing the boba drinks randomly on this spread. If you are not sure of the placement, you can go ahead and draw everything first with your pencil, but I prefer to have some elements of surprise, if you get what I mean. And same with previous spreads, I also added the same details I did to create some consistency. Once I am done with that, I went ahead and draw the boxes for the days of the week. As you guys can also see from this video, I don't draw the boxes for some days. So for these days, I just went ahead and drew lines to sort of spice things up a little. I actually forgot to write down the dates for this weekly. I just realized it when I already finished filming, but I already added them off camera and I will share to you guys on my Instagram. And yes, by the way, for those of you who are wondering, these Pentel brush sign pens that I use throughout this video are from a set of 12 pastel colors that Pentel has released last year, I think. I actually bought this set last year, but for some reason I forgot I have it. So that's why you guys never seen me using any of these. anyway, here's the final flip through of my April setup. I didn't expect this theme to look this cute. The cover page somehow turned out looking like some sort of boba theme wrapping paper. I really like it. I think every spread in this month's setup turned out better than I expected, or at least in my opinion. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy watching this video as much as I enjoy creating this setup. And if you guys end up recreating this theme, don't forget to tag me on my Instagram. I would love to see your recreation. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumb up if you like it. And as always, I would really appreciate it if you guys can help me grow my channel by subscribing. I will talk to you guys again in my next video. Until then, bye bye.